Datta Sri Guru Datta Jai Guru 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 Datta Sri Guru Datta.
Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha, Shri Ganapati Satchidananda Sadgurubhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Guru Datta and welcome to Datta Arpanam with your hostess Ravita Singh. Unfortunately, Rishi could not join me today, but on behalf of both of us, Swagatam and thank you for tuning in to Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music and teachings of His Holiness Paramapujya Dr. Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji of Avadhuta Dattapitam in Mysuru. Today's program begins with the offering of pranams, gratitude and this invocation prayer at the sacred feet of beloved Sadgurudeva Pujya Shri Swamiji, as this program, possible only through His divine grace, is offered to him. Please join Pujya Shri 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 Datta Vijayananda Tirtha Swamiji now in worship.
श्री गणेशाय नमः, श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः, श्री पादवल्लभ नरसिंह सरस्वती, श्री गुरुदत्तात्रेयाय नमः, श्री गणपति सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रीभूयुत श्रीहरिचिह्निताभ्याम् अगस्त्यरेखादिभिरञ्चिताभ्याम् निगूढबीजाक्षरमुद्रिताभ्याम् नमो नमः सद्गुरुपादुकाभ्याम्। गणपति गुरुमेकं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं, विबुधनिवहसेव्यं योगमार्गाधिरूढं, शरणमुपगतानामार्तिसङ्घाद्रिवज्रं मम हृदयनिवासं भक्तिनम्रो नमामि, भक्तिनम्रो नमामि।
Today, as many of you would know, Phagwa or Holi is being celebrated. Inspired by this celebration, today you will hear an excerpt from the life history of Pujya Appaji, and as always, we will try to see what lessons can be learned from that excerpt. But first, let us get today's contemplation started with the worship of Lord Ganapati. Please open the Bhajan Mala app or website to Bhajan ID number 54 and join in this devotional offering which says, "Please protect me, O Ganesha." O Ocean of Compassion, O Lord of the three worlds, who is always praised by devotees, you are the son of Shiva, with the face of an elephant and a pleasant countenance. Kindly take care of me. Please grant me truth, eternal knowledge, and bliss. Once again, everyone, the bhajan ID number is 54.
ಗಣಪ ಹೇ ನಕಪ ಹೇ ತ್ರಿಭುವನಪ ಹೇ ಗಣಪ ಹೇ ನಕಪ ಹೇ ತ್ರಿಭುವನಪ ಹೇ ವಿಪುಲ ಕೃಪಾ ಪಾಲಯ ಗಣಪ ಹೇ ವಿಪುಲ ಕೃಪಾ ಪಾಲಯ ಗಣಪ ಹೇ ಗಣಪ ಹೇ ನಕಪ ಹೇ ತ್ರಿಭುವನಪ ಹೇ ವಿಪುಲ ಕೃಪಾ ಪಾಲಯ ಗಣಪ ಪಾಲಯ ಗಣಪ. ಶಿವಸುತ ಹೇ ಗುಹಯುತ ಹೇ ಶ್ರುತಿ ವಿನುತ ಹೇ ಶಿವಸುತ ಹೇ ಗುಹಯುತ ಹೇ ಶ್ರುತಿ ವಿನುತ ಹೇ ಗಜಮುಖ ಹೇ ಸ್ಥಿರ ಸುಖ ಹೇ ವಿನತ ಸಖ ಹೇ ಗಜಮುಖ ಹೇ ಸ್ಥಿರ ಸುಖ ಹೇ ವಿನತ ಸಖ ಕರುಣಯಾ ಮಯಿ ಸದಾ ಸ್ಮಿತ ಮುಖೋ ಭವೇಶ ಕರುಣಯಾ ಮಯಿ ಸದಾ ಸ್ಮಿತ ಮುಖೋ ಭವೇಶ ಭವೇಶ. ಹೇ ಗಣಪ ಹೇ ನಕಪ ಹೇ ತ್ರಿಭುವನಪ ಹೇ ವಿಪುಲ ಕೃಪಾ ಪಾಲಯ ಗಣಪ ಪಾಲಯ ಗಣಪ. ಯೋಗ ವಿದಿತ ಪಾವನ ಪದ ಹೇ ಪ್ರವಿತರತಂ ಯೋಗ ವಿದಿತ ಪಾವನ ಪದ ಹೇ ಪ್ರವಿತರತಂ ಭಕ್ತಿ ವಿದಿತ ದಿವ್ಯ ಹೃದಯ ಮೇ ದಿಶ ದಿಶತಾಂ ಭಕ್ತಿ ವಿದಿತ ದಿವ್ಯ ಹೃದಯ ಮೇ ದಿಶ ದಿಶತಾಂ ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಪದ ಪ್ರದಿಶ ಮೇ ಕೃಪಾಂತೆ ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಪದ ಪ್ರದಿಶ ಮೇ ಕೃಪಾಂತೆ ಕೃಪಾಂತೆ. ಹೇ ಗಣಪ ಹೇ ನಕಪ ಹೇ ತ್ರಿಭುವನಪ ಹೇ ಗಣಪ ಹೇ ನಕಪ ಹೇ ತ್ರಿಭುವನಪ ಹೇ ವಿಪುಲ ಕೃಪಾ ಪಾಲಯ ಗಣಪ ಹೇ ವಿಪುಲ ಕೃಪಾ ಪಾಲಯ ಗಣಪ ಹೇ ಗಣಪ ಹೇ ನಕಪ ಹೇ ತ್ರಿಭುವನಪ ಹೇ ವಿಪುಲ ಕೃಪಾ ಪಾಲಯ ಗಣಪ ಪಾಲಯ ಗಣಪ ಪಾಲಯ ಗಣಪ.
It is so moving the way Ganapati Swamiji or Pujya Appaji can sing such powerful words with such serenity. His musical expertise never ceases to amaze. You were just listening to Pujya Sri Swamiji here on Datta Arpanam. Thank you for tuning in to today's offering, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM Through the grace of Pujya Sri Swamiji and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited. On today's program, inspiration is being drawn from the festival of Holi or Phagwa, which is being celebrated today. During the previously conducted Dashavatara series on Datta Arpanam, you would have heard the detailed story of how Lord Sri Hari incarnated in a man-lion form and killed the demon king Hiranyakashipu. Today, that story will be briefly recapped. As the boar Varaha, Lord Sri Hari had killed the demon Hiranyaksha. Hiranyaksha's brother Hiranyakashipu considered Lord Sri Hari to be his enemy after that, and not only did he resent the Lord, but he also punished anyone who praised or worshipped that Lord. In the hopes of building enough merit to be granted a boon to protect him from death, Hiranyakashipu immersed himself in tapas. During that time, the gods ransacked his kingdom and took Hiranyakashipu's pregnant wife to the hermitage of Narada Maharishi. They were aware that the child that demon queen was carrying would be a great devotee of the Lord. While still in his mother's womb, that baby, Prahlada, was blessed to listen to the glories of Lord Sri Hari thanks to Narada Maharishi. Understandably then, when he was born, and as he was growing up, Prahlada was focused on spreading the glories of Lord Sri Hari. This, of course, came much to the annoyance of his father, who sent him away to a school for demon children. When even that failed to sway Prahlada's devotion, Hiranyakashipu ordered his soldiers to have the child killed by any means possible. The soldiers started attacking Prahlada while he was meditating on Lord Vishnu, but their weapons could not touch that young devotee who was protected by the Lord. Terribly deadly snakes were let loose on him, but their fangs turned impotent. Mighty elephants could not trample him. Something kept them back. Prahlada was pushed off a cliff but remained unharmed. Then his wicked aunt, the sister of Hiranyakashipu, Holika, who had a boon to brave fire without getting hurt, sat in a fire with Prahlada. But as fate would have it, Holika perished, but Prahlada remained unharmed. In desperation, Hiranyakashipu fed Prahlada some deadly poison, but that poison turned into nectar in the child's mouth. All these events led up to the Lord's incarnating as the half-man, half-lion form of Lord Narasimha. As Hiranyakashipu had been granted the boon that his death would not be caused by man nor by beast, the Lord incarnated in this hybrid form of man-beast. The demon had also been granted the boon that he would not be killed with a weapon, so the Lord, using his bare nails, tore him to pieces. The demon had the boon which protected him from being killed during day or night, so he was killed during the twilight hour, when it was neither day nor night. And as he had also been granted the boon to neither be killed indoors nor outdoors, on earth nor in the sky, the Lord took the demon's life with the demon resting on his lap at the threshold of the royal court. And now, having briefly recapped that background of Prahlada, you will, as was mentioned earlier, hear an excerpt from the biography of Pujya Appaji. The story begins in Pujya Appaji's pre-ascetic or Purvashrama days. Ganapati Swamiji, now fondly known to many as Pujya Appaji, was called Satyanarayana back then. Once, when Satyanarayana was still a school-going child, a famous drama troupe came to town. They were going to do a stage performance of the story of Prahlada. But the young actor who had been cast to play the role of Prahlada suddenly developed a high fever. The company did not have a stand-in actor, and Prahlada was the main character in the play, so there was no way that the play could go on without him. They could have acted out a different drama for that night, but if they did that, they would be obliged to show the Prahlada drama free of charge the next day. It simply would not make financial sense. To add to the problem, those who bought a ticket to the Prahlada show in advance would probably revolt if the show was simply called off. At the same time, it was impossible to find another young boy to take up such an important role at such short notice. The replacement actor would need to learn the part and recite the lines clearly. The owner of the production company was at a loss as to what to do. What will the production company do? How will they get out of this predicament? And what does the story teach us? Well, stay tuned in to Datta Arpanam to find out the answers to these questions and more. In the meantime, as we remember the festival of Holi as a time when evil is destroyed and evil tendencies are destroyed, let us worship the one who destroys not only physical negative forces, but also the invisible negative forces within us. Forces like lust, greed, envy, hate, laziness, gluttony, etc. Let us worship Mother Goddess. Please open the Bhajan Mala app or website to Bhajan ID number 2259 and join in this offering.
ಶರಣಾಗತ ದೀನಾರ್ಥ ಶರಣಾಗತ ದೀನಾರ್ಥ ಪರಿತ್ರಾಣ ಪರಾಯಣೆ ಸರ್ವಸ್ಯಾರ್ತಿ ಹರೇ ದೇವಿ ನಾರಾಯಣಿ ನಮೋಸ್ತುತೇ ನಾರಾಯಣಿ ನಮೋಸ್ತುತೇ ದುಮ್ ದುರ್ಗಾ ದುರಿತಂ ಘರ ಮೇ ದುಮ್ ದುರ್ಗಾ ದುರಿತಂ ಘರ ಮೇ ದುಮ್ ದುರ್ಗಾ ದುರಿತಂ ಘರ ಮೇ ದುಮ್ ದುರ್ಗಾ दुरितं घर में तुम दुर्गा दुःख निवारिणि तुम दुर्गा दुष्ट विनाशिनी तुम दुर्गा दुर्गुण शमनी तुम दुर्गा दया तरंगिणी तुम दुर्गा दुर्गुण शमनी तुम दुर्गा दया तरंगिणी तुम दुर्गा दुरितं घर में तुम दुर्गा ओंकारं ऐं बीजासन विराजिते ह्रींकाराम्बुज सुगन्धिते ह्रींकाराम्बुज सुगन्धिते श्रीवन तरु सम पल्लविते दुम दुर्गा दुरितं घर में तुम दुर्गा Himavat Giriganga
Sanjana Himavat Giriganga
Sakalagama Jala Jani Brunga
Sakalagama Jala Jani Brunga
Sajjana Himavat Giriganga
Sanjana Himavat Giriganga
Sakalajam Nija Brunga Sakalagama Jala
Jani Brunga
Sarveshana Rata Sangha
Sarveshana
Rata Sangha Sarveshana Rata Sangha
Sarveshana Varata Sangha
Sachidananda Sri Tunga
Sachidananda Sri Tunga
Sachidananda Sri Tunga
Sachidananda Sri Tunga
Dundurga
Durga Duritam Varame Durga
Dundurga Dundurga Duritam Karame Dundurga 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 Duritam Karame Dundurga
Interesting that bhajan is set to Dhenuka Ragam, and one of the meanings of the word Dhenuka is gift or offering. Well, Ganapati Swamiji or Puja Appaji has gifted us that beautiful bhajan so that we can have the uplifting opportunity to offer it to Mother Goddess as part of our sadhana. How beautiful every aspect of what Puja Appaji does turns out to be. You are tuned in to Datta Arpanam, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Puja Sri Swamiji and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited and Kokie Supermart Limited. Today, inspired by the festival of Phagwa or Holi, you heard that when Satyanarayana or young Puja Appaji was still a school-going child, once a drama troupe came to his village with the intention of putting on a production on Prahlada. Only the main character, the young boy who was to play Prahlada, fell ill and there was no stand-in actor. Hearing about the company's plight, Satyanarayana decided to go directly to the owner of the production company. "Sir," he said, "I will play the part of Prahlada." The boss gave Satyanarayana or Satyam a funny look. Satyam was not like ordinary young boys. He had delicate facial features. And while physically he would suit the role of Prahlada perfectly, it was essential to find someone who could act. If it was a cinema production, one could probably get away with using an actor who was not very good. But for a live play, it was imperative that the actors, especially the lead actor, could act well. The boss therefore wanted to test Satyam's acting. But Satyam refused to sing. "No way," he said firmly. "You can see me on the stage. Otherwise, forget about it." Taking into consideration the boldness showed by Satyam, the boss replied by saying, "Okay, well, write down your lines then." Again, Satyam refused. He told the boss, "You read them to me. That'll be enough." The owner was taken aback by this extreme boldness which was being displayed by this young boy. He said to Satyam, "Look here, my boy, this is not a child's play. If you ruin the part, you will be ruining your colleagues' parts as well. We will have to face a public revolt." "Leave it to me, sir. I haven't let anyone down so far," promised Satyam. The owner felt that he shouldn't make such a bold decision and employ a young boy like this. But as it happens sometimes in one's life, the mind isn't under one's complete control. The person comes to realize that he cannot weigh the pros and cons in all situations and act accordingly at all times. This was the situation which arose in the production company's owner's mind. Suddenly, he told Satyam, "Okay, let me recite your lines to you." The owner brought out the script and read the part to be played by Satyam. The fellow artist thought that this was bound to be an utter failure. The play started. Seriously immersed in his role, Satyam entered the stage as Prahalada singing Harikatha. The musicians became anxious and panicked. What Satyam sang was not in the script and they were not familiar with the ragam. But being professionals, they soon managed to catch up with his tune. Meanwhile, the spectators were not aware of any of this. As soon as Satyam finished his singing, they gave him a wonderful applause. The Prahlada on that day sang more than talked in his role. The other artists found it hard to follow him, but as the audience was happy, they continued to act their role happily. The audience showed their appreciation of the bhakti depicted by Satyam. When they shouted for an encore, Satyam did not oblige. Now, it was considered impolite in stage plays to not act according to the wishes of the audience. It was not the tradition to go against the wishes of the audience and was considered to be a show of disrespect to the fans by the artist. But in this instance, the fans didn't mind. In another scene, Prahlada was supposed to have been pushed down a cliff. The company organized a table covered with a black cloth to depict the cliff. Prahlada would stand on the table and the soldier would push him down. During the fall, Prahlada was supposed to shout Narayana and the curtains would be dropped. The Rakshasa soldier and Prahlada were on the stage to enact the scene. Prahlada started singing, but the soldier was not familiar with the words. He didn't know when it was supposed to end and when he should push Prahlada. Thinking that the time was right, the actor playing the Rakshasa role pushed down Prahlada. Loudly screaming, Narayana! Satyam fell down. The spectators became so tense that they even forgot to clap and show their appreciation. The curtains were closed and organizers rushed onto the stage. They were afraid that the police would take this up as a criminal case of injuring a child. But surprising the organizers with his lack of injuries, Satyam got up as though nothing had happened and said, "Open the curtains." The curtains opened and the spectators gave a wonderful appreciation. Listeners, just like Prahlada was saved by his faith in Lord Sri Hari, just like Draupadi was saved when she called out in surrender to Lord Sri Krishna, just like Satyam escaped injury when he called out the name of Narayana, let us too pray to that Lord to save us. Save us from the clutches of samsara or the cycle of birth and death. Please everyone, join in offering today's next bhajan to Lord Sri Hari. You can find the words to the bhajan by entering bhajan ID number 2179 on the Bhajan Mala app or website.
నరసింహదేవ మము కావరావ నీ అభయహస్తాన చేయూత నీవా 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 14 లోకాల నువ్వు లేని నెలవేది
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 నీ దయను మించిన ఘనమైన సిరి ఏది
నీ దయను మించిన ఘనమైన సిరి ఏది
నీ దయను మించిన ఘనమైన సిరి ఏది
నీ దయను మించిన ఘనమైన
సిరి ఏది నవనారసింహ నవనీత హృదయ
నవనారసింహ నవనీత హృదయ
నవనారసింహ నవనీత హృదయ
నవనారసింహ
నవనీత హృదయ నిజ భక్తులకు నిత్య సౌమ్య స్వరూప
నిజ భక్తులకు నిత్య సౌమ్య స్వరూప
నిజ భక్తులకు నిత్య సౌమ్య స్వరూప
నిజ భక్తులకు నిత్య సౌమ్య స్వరూప నరసింహదేవ మము కావరావ నీ అభయహస్తాన చేయూతనీవ నరసింహదేవ మము కావరావ నీ అభయహస్తాన చేయూతనీవ
నీ కరుణ వెల్లువై ప్రహ్లాదు కాపాడ
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 రాతి స్తంభమునను కానవచ్చువే
రాతి స్తంభమునను కానవచ్చావే
రాతి స్తంభమునను కానవచ్చావే
రాతి స్తంభమునను కానవచ్చావే
ఘోర రూపము దాల్చి క్రూర రాక్షసు కూర్చి
ఘోర రూపము దాచి క్రూర రాక్షసు కూల్చి
ఘోర రూపము దాల్చి క్రూర రాక్షసు కూల్చి
ఘోర రూపము దాచి క్రూర రాక్షసు కూల్చి
విశ్వమును శాంతినే విహరింప చేశావే
విశ్వమున శాంతినే విహరింపచేశావే
విశ్వమున శాంతినే విహరింపజేశావే
విశ్వమున శాంతినే విహరింపచేశావే నరసింహదేవ మము కావరావ నీ అభయహస్తాన చేయూతనీవ నరసింహదేవ మము కావరావ నీ అభయహస్తాన చేయూతనీవ
ఆరు దొంగలు మమ్ము నిలువెల్ల దోచేసి
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 సాంద్రాన మానౌక ముంచెత్తుతున్నారు
సాంద్రాన మానౌక ముంచెత్తుతున్నారు
దిక్కుతోచని మమ్ము దరిచేర్చగా రావ
దిక్కుతోచని మమ్ము దరి చేర్చగా రావ
దిక్కుతోచని మమ్ము దరిచేర్చగా రావ
దిక్కుతోచని మమ్ము దరి చేర్చగా రావ
శ్రీనారసింహ సచ్చిదానంద
శ్రీనారసింహ సచ్చిదానంద
శ్రీనారసింహ సచ్చిదానంద
శ్రీనారసింహ సచ్చిదానంద నరసింహదేవ మము కావరావ నీ అభయహస్తాన చేయూతనీవ నరసింహదేవ మము కావరావ నీ అభయహస్తాన చేయూతనీవ
నీ అభయహస్తాన చేయూతనీవ
నీ అభయహస్తాన చేయూతనీవే
చేయూతనీవా
చేయూతనీవా.
May that Lord Narasimha, who incarnated to save just one devotee, Prahlada, may Lord Narasimha be pleased with that musical offering. You are tuned in to Datta Arpanam on 103.1 FM. Today you heard that when Pujya Appaji was a little child, at the very last minute he was awarded the lead role of Prahlada in a play about that devotee of Lord Sri Hari. On the night after his debut performance as Prahlada, the play was performed at a different location, but the spectators there showed the same appreciation for Satyam's acting. They loved it. The boss, wanting to make use of the talents of this young boy, asked Satyam to join their acting troupe. "I will make you into a great hero," he told Satyam. Satyam refused the offer, saying that the original actor had recovered, and so his, meaning Satyam's, services were no longer required. "But," said Satyam, "if you liked my acting so much, I would like to ask a favor of you. I would be very happy if you would make it your policy to only stage devotional plays from now on. If you do, I will consider it as your gift to me." This was all Satyam asked. He did not accept any pay for his acting. Listeners, this story may seem simple, but without particularly deep pondering, at least 6 or 7 lessons can be identified. First of all, while we should live in the present, we should always plan for the future. The key, however, is to not get attached to those plans for the future. If things change, then adapt without getting flustered. Let's look at 2 incidents in the story which display what is meant here. When the lead actor in the play fell ill, the production company was in a bind because they had no stand-in actor. They had not planned what they would do if such a situation arose. And so, when it did, they found themselves in a bind, having to hire an actor who they knew nothing about. They didn't even know for certain that he could act or would remember his lines. Had they a proper plan in place, a lot of stress and anxiety could have been avoided. And then, when Satyam went on stage and started singing in a ragam which was unfamiliar to the musicians, they did not panic. They listened and eventually caught up with him, and the combination was so seamless that the audience did not even realize anything. So, on the one hand, while yes, we should plan for the future, on the other hand, if something unexpected comes up, do not panic. Do not get upset. Just take a deep breath and adjust your sails to the new direction of the wind. Go with the flow, as the saying goes. And remember when the boss was worried that if they did not put on a show, there would be a revolt? Well, this reminds us that within the rules of dharma, we should at all times honor our promises. The production company had sold tickets for the show, and it was now their duty to deliver on that promise. And when they did deliver, the crowd showed their appreciation for the performance through a wondrous applause. So too, listeners, we must be quick to show appreciation for others' good work, their kindness, their generosity, their efforts. Never look down upon others or feel that you cannot show appreciation because that makes you look inferior in some way. It is your lack of appreciation which will make you look inferior, not your confidence in showing appreciation. And speaking of confidence, look at how Satyam, a young child, went up to the production company owner and spoke with confidence. What was the result? The result was that he not only got the part, but also excelled at it. So too, listeners, believe in yourself. This does not mean you have to develop arrogance. It simply means that when you take the time to remember that you have God or Guru, the best support system one can fathom, then know that whatever outcome faces you, with humility and surrender, you will be just fine in the big scheme of things. In other words, self-confidence is a function of trust and faith in God and Guru. Trust Him. Trust His will. Trust in the abilities with which He has blessed you. Trust in His fairness. Simply trust. And use that self-confidence which results from that trust for good purposes. Satyam gave stellar performances, yet he did not look for monetary gain. Instead, he asked the owner of the company to only do religious plays from now on. He wanted that to be his reward. In other words, think of how many people would now end up benefiting from learning the stories from the scriptures after seeing these plays, even if they did not see the play in which Satyam was an actor. Listeners, this is how Puja Appaji works, and this is how he has always worked. Everything he does is done for the greater good. Even his choice of stories to share in his biography. I mean, look at today's story. It is the story of how a young boy got to act in a play, but yet so many take-home lessons. Lessons which can make us better people. So many lessons have been identified in this short program. Let us always remember his compassion, his kindness, and his love. And one of the ways Appaji shows his love for us is by blessing us with so many bhajans, knowing that in Kali Yuga, singing bhajans is one of the surest ways to attain moksha. So let us show our appreciation for this kind and generous gift by joining him now in Nama Sankirtanam once again.
ఆంజనేయ గతివి నీవే జయము శుభముల నీవయ్యా 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 దుఃఖము బాపినావు అయ్య బాసట నిలచినావు జాతి కంతకు ప్రాణదానము చేసి సంజీవనుడవైతివి దుఃఖము బాపినావు అయ్య బాసట నిలచినావు జాతి కంతకు ప్రాణదానము చేసి సంజీవనుడవైతివి ఆంజనేయ గతివి జయము శుభముల నీవయా ఆంజనేయ గతివి నీవే జయము శుభముల నీవయా శక్తిమూర్తివి నీవే అయినను దాని గరికెగనైన తలపవు దానిని తరులు కోరి పొగడిన దాని ఫలమును వారికిత్తు శక్తిమూర్తివి నీవే అయినను దాని గరికెగనైన తలపవు దానిని తరులు కోరి పొగడిన దాని ఫలమును వారికిత్తు ఆంజనేయ గతివి నీవే జయము శుభముల నీవయా ఆంజనేయ గతివి నీవే జయము శుభముల నీవయా కాంతి వేగమునందుకొనియు విద్యలిమ్మని వెంటబడితివి హరిహరాత్మత నందికొనియు సర్వసేవక పదవి నుండివి కాంతి వేగమునందుకొనియు విద్యలిమ్మని వెంటబడితివి హరిహరాత్మత నందికొనియు సర్వసేవక పదవి నుండివి ఆంజనేయ గతివి నీవే జయము శుభముల నీవయా ఆంజనేయ గతివి నీవే జయము శుభముల నీవయా సముద్రము దాటి వేసియు మమ్ము బోటుల మరువవైతివి నిన్ను కొంతే కొలచుచున్నను దాటి వేసియు మమ్ము గోటుల మరువవైతివి నిన్ను కొంతే కొలచుచున్నను సచ్చిదానందము నిత్తుచుండివి ఆంజనేయ గతివి నీవే జయము శుభముల నీవయా 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 జయము శుభముల నీవయా జయము శుభముల నీవయా
Happy Holi, everyone. At this stage, today's episode of Datta Arpanam begins to draw to a close. Pranams and gratitude are offered at the divine feet of beloved Sadgurudeva, Paramapujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji and Sri Datta Vijayananda Tirtha Swamiji, without whose teachings, compassion, love, guidance and music, this program would not exist. May they forgive any errors which may have been committed in preparing or in sharing today's episode of Datta Arpanam and guide us to avoid such errors in the future. Special thanks are extended to the staff at 103.1 FM and to the sponsors of Datta Arpanam: Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited. And of course, dear listener, an extra special thank you is extended to you for sharing this devotional hour with us. If you would like to listen to today's program again, check out the Datta Arpanam Facebook page, where within a couple of days, the YouTube link for today's episode will be shared. Once again, everyone, thank you for tuning in today. You are invited to please tune in to 103.1 FM again next Sunday at 6 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time for another episode of Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music and teachings of His Holiness Paramapujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji. In the meantime, remember to keep chanting Harihi Om Namah Shivaya, the mantra given to us by Pujya Appaji during Mahashivaratri celebrations 2025. Just to remind you, Pujya Appaji warned that the next 3 years may be quite difficult ones, but this mantra will help us to navigate those difficulties. Harihi Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Guru Datta, everyone. Shri Guru Datta. Harihi Om Tat Sat.
सुंदर सुंदर शिवा शिवा
सुंदर सुंदर शिवा शिवा
सुंदर सुंदर शिवा शिवा करुणा बंधुर शिवा शिवा
सुंदर सुंदर शिवा शिवा करुणा बंधुर शिवा शिवा
सुंदर सुंदर शिवा शिवा करुणा बंधुर शिवा शिवा
सुंदर सुंदर शिवा शिवा
करुणा बंधुर शिवा शिवा ಜಗದಭಿರಾಮ ಶಿವ 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 ಜಗದಭಿರಾಮ ಶಿವ ಶಿವ ವಿಗಳಿತ ಭೇದ ಶಿವ ಶಿವ ವಿಗಳಿತ ಭೇದ ವಿಗಳಿತ ಭೇದ ಶಿವ ಶಿವ ಮದನ ಮನೋಹರ ಶಿವ ಶಿವ ಮದನ ಮನೋಹರ ಶಿವ ಶಿವ ಮೃದುಲ ವಿಲಾಸ ಶಿವ ಶಿವ ಮೃದುಲ ವಿಲಾಸ ಶಿವ ಶಿವ ಮೃದುಲ ವಿಲಾಸ ಶಿವ 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 ಕರುಣಾ ಬಂಧುರ ಶಿವ ಶಿವ ಸುಂದರ ಸುಂದರ ಶಿವ ಶಿವ ಕರುಣಾ ಬಂಧುರ ಶಿವ ಶಿವ ಮಮ ಜನನಾಂತರ ಸಖ ಶಿವ ಮಮ ಜನನಾಂತರ ಸಖ ಶಿವ ನಿಜ ರೂಪಾಯಿತ ಸುಖ ಶಿವ ನಿಜ ರೂಪಾಯಿತ ಸುಖ ಶಿವ ನಿಜ ರೂಪಾಯಿತ ಸುಖ ಶಿವ ಕರುಣಾ ರೂಪ ಸ್ಪಂದ ಶಿವ ಕರುಣಾ ರೂಪ ಸ್ಪಂದ ಶಿವ ಗಿರಿಜ ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಶಿವ ಗಿರಿಜ ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಶಿವ ಗಿರಿಜ ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಶಿವ ಗಿರಿಜ ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಶಿವ ಸುಂದರ ಸುಂದರ ಶಿವ ಶಿವ ಕರುಣಾ ಬಂಧುರ ಶಿವ 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 ಶಿವ. ಓಂ ಶಾಂತಿ 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 ಹರಿ ಓಂ ತತ್ಸತ್.